RC's got a decent roster of mercs to choose from. Tricky, Jeb, Gil, Tricky again, Hank, no, not Hank, there's no Hank yet. Out of all these mercs though, one stands out. One who is league stronger than the others, one who can zip around at ludicrous speeds with no restriction, one who can deal so much unavoidable damage that you can die before you even have the chance to. No, the other one. There we go. Deimos might be, no, not even might be, is the worst designed merc in RC. Deimos is pretty commonly seen as one of the strongest mercs in the game, but why? And why, in my eyes, is he so poorly designed? And why is this fat fucking chud already here? I don't think it's a shock to many when I say that mobility is just the strongest thing that you can give a merc. You look at the commonly agreed upon top 3, what is something they all have in common? Usually this mobility is restricted in some form though. Auditor and Tricky need to burn their cooldowns. MC2 is limited by his jetpack fuel. Deimos has none of that. Deimos has, count 'em, 6 different dashes. The most egregious one, and the one I want to highlight, is Slide. Slide is the best movement option in the game. At first, it seems fine. Deimos just slides along the ground. Even has a whole exhaustion mechanic where if you use it too much, it slows down. You need to remember something about RC, though. Nothing works as intended. Slide hopping is a tech bug, it's a bug done by sliding, jumping, and canceling slide all in quick succession. Doing this slingshots Deimos, and most importantly, hardly exhausts the slide. While you can play aggressive with this, and like dodge around shots and stuff, you can also... Yeah, Deimos is the best runner in the game. Because of the complete lack of dead ends on his map, and the fact that Deimos' map is basically one big loop, Deimos can effectively just stall out the round whenever he wants, which, I don't know, that's just not good. The rest of his mobility isn't nearly as bad to deal with, thank god. The dashes have a pretty long cooldown, and the roll on crouch will get the fucking crouch, don't worry. Isn't hard to handle. Also, if you use disarm for movement, I'll make fun of you. All this mobility should come with a drawback, or have some form of penalty. Right? Right? With the versatility offered by Swap, Deimos is just genuinely playable at every range. The Mark 23 is... fine? Yeah, I'd say the Mark 23 is fine. Did the other guns overshadow it completely? Yeah, but it's still not bad. The body shot damage being low and the headshot being high encourages you to actually aim, which is good. Of course, all the skill expression from this gun can go out of the fucking window because Deimos can decide that headshots are lame. But I'll get to that. The Spas 12 is just weird. It replaced the abysmal dog shit that was the MP5, which... good, the MP5 was terrible, but really? Because of his movement, Deimos can kind of just show up, tap you like twice with this thing, and then leave. You can hardly even react to it at times. Not as bad as a certain gun that we're getting to. The Chud 36, the skill cannon, the favorite of every new Deimos, this gun. Objectively better than the Mark 23. Automatic so you don't even need to aim that well. 30 round mag. G36 just does way too much at once. You can pretty easily just win by swapping to this and never swapping off. Oh, also this thing pairs really well with my next point. Crouch is stupid. Roll backwards, come stationary, double your body shot damage. Sure, you can do like quick crouches to just snag a free kill. Wanna know what Deimoses do pretty often? This is fun. I'm having fun. I bet the agents are too. Crouch opens up so many degenerate camping strategies. Flanking around and sneaking up on a Crouchmouse can work until they do the loop. You see the 2 spawn rooms. Those are the loop. Deimos can just crouch, aim at a door, wait for people to come, and then just start spraying through it. The moment that people start trying to push in, he can just fly to the other spawn room, crouch, sit at the door, shoot people as they try to come in. They get in, flies back to the other spawn room, repeats. Holy shit. Crouch, I feel, suffers the same issue as Sheriff's aimbot. Bear with me here. Sheriff is an entirely aim-focused merc, right? What aimbot does is just remove Sheriff's only real skill requirement and just aim for him. The thing is, aimbot punishes the Sheriff for using it. Long startup, it's all body shots, why not just aim normally? Crouch rewards Deimos. Not really with the Mark 23, but the Spas and the G36 do around headshot damage while crouched. Why bother even just aiming for the head when you can just crouch and get basically the same amount of damage for free? His other abilities aren't nearly as egregious as Slide and Crouch, but I just want to bring them up. Disarm and Flashbang are basically just free kills. They both have the same issue. They both just stun and lock you in place. If you get hit by them, you die. Flashbang can be especially hard to avoid and be annoying as hell. For some reason, there's no, check if you're looking at Flashbang or not. As long as it's in your line of sight, it'll hit you. Why? I don't know. Last thing, his map is just way too good for him. I'm all for making merc maps, benefit the merc in some way. But stuff like Deimos' stalling is made way worse by his map. The main thing I want to point out are the ramps at both of the spawns. Since the ramps are the only ways up to those places, Deimos can just hold them, and agents need to push through a hail of gunfire if they want to get to them. Spawn rooms themselves might actually just be worse. They're a very tight choke point that Deimos can just spray into. Now that I've covered all my grievances with Deimos, let's get to Deimos, at his core, suffers from 3 big problems. Ludicrously high, spammable mobility, mainly due to a bug. Some of the strongest camping in the game might actually just be the strongest. High, easy damage that is ranged. All this comes together to make a merc that, if the player is at least semi-competent, just feels completely unfair to fight. You either get speed blitzed before you have a chance to react, or you need to deal with a 4-minute long round against some rat who keeps running. Past all of his OP bullshit, though, Deimos just suffers from being, bland. There's a damn good reason why I and many others sometimes just call him a buffed agent. 'Cause technically that's all he is. He's an agent with buffed guns who sprints around like he's on crack. Outside of the movement, there's almost no real depth to his gameplay. Wanna know the worst part, though? Oh my god, he's so fun. Deimos' movement is so fucking fun to play around and master. Tell me it's not fun to go from your spawn to the agent spawn in 5 seconds. Coward, I'll wait. So, what would I, a Deimos player, change about him? Change 1. Either patch the slide hops or add an actual cooldown. This is the only change I'd make to his movement, honestly. Really, I'd take either one. Just some way to prevent Deimos from flying around at Mach for absolutely free. Change 2. Nerf the Spas body shot and buff its fire rate. Change 3. Nerf the G36 body shot and headshot. This is mostly to tone down their strength with crouch. G36 should not be hitting for Mark 23 damage though, what the fuck? Change 4. Add a cooldown to crouch that scales based on how long you are crouching for. This will hopefully put an end to Crouchmouse. If you crouch for 3 seconds, the cooldown would be way shorter than if you crouch for 10. What this would mean is that You can't just hold an angle with crouch for as long as you want. Change 5. Remove the stun from disarm and flashbang. Change 6. Increase flashbang's blindness. I genuinely feel like disarm stunning is a leftover from when it chained between people. I don't see any other reason why it still stuns. With flashbang, I can understand why. By just turning the stun into a longer blind, though, you're still effectively stunned. You can actually just make an attempt to run now. Change 7. Add ways up to the spawns besides the ramp. I don't know what exactly they could be. Maybe just like a staircase that goes up. Just some way to get behind a Deimos holding the spawns. Would any of this be balanced? I don't know. I don't have a way to test that out in-game, but, you know, I'd like to think that anything is more balanced than what we have right now. Unfortunately, the whole roided up agent thing really can't be fixed without a full-blown rework, which I know there are plans for, which is good. Hopefully more depth can be given to him outside of his movement. To wrap things up, I really want to like Deimos, and he's a really cool character. I love fast-paced, fast movement like that. But he just feels so scummy right now. I kind of just wanted to rant about that. That's about it. See ya. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever the f*** YouTubers say.